Right now, somewhere in your body, an alarm might be going off. You probably don't notice it. It doesn't sound like a siren. It feels like loneliness. But what if that feeling isn't sadness at all? What if it's something far older and far more useful than you've been told? You feel lonely. You assume something is wrong with you. But your brain didn't build this feeling to punish you. It built it to save your life. Go back 200,000 years. You are not strong. You are not fast. Alone on the savannah, you are prey. But surrounded by your group, everything changes. More eyes scanning the grass. More hands to fight and share. The group was the only reason your ancestors survived long enough to have you. So evolution built a warning system. Not for predators, for distance from the group. This is where loneliness comes from. Researcher John Cacioppo, who studied isolation for decades at the University of Chicago, called this the evolutionary theory of loneliness. He argued, loneliness works like hunger or thirst. Hunger says your body needs food. Loneliness says your survival odds are dropping. Get back to the group. The ache after a friend moves away. The sting of being left out. None of that is random. It's an alarm, ringing the way a smoke detector rings. Not because the house is already burning. Because it might be, and you need to act now. Here's where it gets stranger. Your body doesn't just feel lonely. It responds physically, the way it responds to danger. Cacioppo found chronic loneliness raises cortisol, disrupts sleep, even alters genes linked to inflammation. Your immune system starts behaving as if you're under attack. Not from a virus. From isolation itself. Why would your body do that? For most of human history, isolation was a death sentence. An injured person alone in the grass didn't just feel sad. They got eaten. Your ancestors who felt nothing when separated from the tribe simply didn't survive to pass on their genes. The ones who felt that gnawing discomfort, who fought their way back to the fire. Those are the ones you came from. You are descended from the lonely ones who couldn't stand being alone. This reframes everything. Loneliness isn't weakness, it's inheritance. A 4 million-year-old alarm now living in apartments, scrolling feeds, working from home. That mismatch is the real problem. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar found humans can only maintain meaningful relationships with around 150 people, breaking into smaller rings, about 5 you'd call in a crisis, about 50 who feel genuinely part of your life. Now compare that to your phone. Hundreds of contacts, thousands of followers. It feels like connection. Your alarm system, built for tiny bands who hunted and slept side by side, sees the noise. It doesn't feel the warmth. That's why you can have hundreds of online friends and still feel the alarm ringing at night. In 2003, researcher Naomi Eisenberger placed people in an MRI scanner during a simple ball-tossing game. When the other players stopped including them, the scans showed something remarkable. The same brain region that activates during physical pain lit up during social exclusion. Your brain barely distinguishes a broken bone from a broken friendship. Both register as damage. So when being ignored hurts, you're not exaggerating. You're using the most literal word your body has. But here's the twist. If the ache is an alarm, the goal was never to silence it forever. A smoke detector that never goes off isn't safety. It's a blind spot. Some of the loneliest people today aren't living alone. They're surrounded by digital connections that never reach the depth their ancient brain searches for. The alarm goes off anyway, because numbers were never what it measured. It measures proximity, trust, shared effort, the bond formed by facing the same danger, depending on the same hands. So what do you do with an alarm built for a world that no longer exists? You don't ignore it. You don't drown it in noise. You answer it the way your ancestors did, with fewer, deeper connections. A long conversation instead of a quick reply. Showing up instead of liking a photo. These are the only things that will ever turn it off. So next time that hollow feeling creeps in, don't ask what's wrong with you. Ask what your body is protecting. Somewhere inside you, an ancient system is still scanning the horizon, still counting the people around the fire, keeping you alive by keeping you close. maybe that's not a flaw in you at all. Maybe it's proof you are exactly the kind of human your ancestors needed you to be.